Howdy y'all, today I'll be using a scrap piece of wood to try a new technique I've been wanting to do for finishing, so we're going to see how it goes. Let's get to it. So I'm going to leave the technique that I'm going to try to be a little bit of a surprise later in the video. It's just something different I thought it might be something interesting, so we're going to see how it goes. Just drawing out my little lines so I can get this as center as possible on the lathe. We're going to get it on there, get it turning. And again, this is a piece of scrap wood. It's just a piece of pine that I've had outside for a long time from a prior project. Not even the good pine that I would normally use. It's just something that I thought would be a good piece of scrap wood to try a new technique on. I don't want to use any of my expensive wood or even just the good wood that I have laying around to try some of the other techniques. So we're going to give this a go and we're going to have some fun with it. We're going to be practicing some of the basic shapes on an ornament, getting back into it again. So we're going to get going and have some fun with this. for sanding here, I'm going to use some extremely used 180 and 240 grit. I'm not going for a super fine finish because I want some of the fibers to still be standing up. And again, it is cruddy wood, so I wouldn't say super cruddy, it's just very much from the scrap pile, a not so hot scrap pile. So it was chipping on me, which was fine. I'm not going for a perfect ornament. I just want it for this new technique. So I'm excited. I've been anticipating this for a while, hoping it would be good. And even if it doesn't, I can say I tried it, so I know whether it works or not. So we're going to keep sanding, and we'll get to this surprise technique. So for this technique, what I'm actually going to be doing is holding a tea light candle underneath the ornament as I turn it by hand. I'm going to be using some matches from MREs. If y'all have had MREs before, you know that matches come with it. And I personally enjoy MREs, and a lot of folks don't. I've gone weeks just on MREs, and for me it's perfectly fine. So I got plenty of matches to go with it. So I'm going to be holding this underneath. Have to get it lit. Yes, I will be cleaning that up later. I just didn't want it in the wood shavings. So I'm going to be holding this underneath and spinning it slowly but surely and just seeing what's going to come out of it. Obviously, I would like for it to be really nice looking and for it to really go well, but if it doesn't, I can say I tried it, and that's why I'm doing this on a extreme scrap piece. Not even a nice scrap piece, but something that was chipping, so I can see what it does to several different spots. If it was extremely chipped, even with my tools and sanding, see what it does there, see what it does to some of the finer spots. And we can see that it's browning it some, burning a little bit. And I'm just going to be spinning it, going back and forth, seeing what it does. It's trial and error, and today we're trying, and hopefully it's not an error. go to blow out the candle now, and I wasn't the happiest with how it turned out. It's different, that's for sure, but it also looks like someone just took a somewhat decent ornament and just scrubbed dirt all over it. So I'm sanding it out to see what that does. Again, trial and error. We're trying it, and hopefully it doesn't error. And it got some of the burning off, or the browning, charring, whatever you want to call it. Got some of that off, mild it out some. And all in all, wasn't the happiest with how it turned out, but I'm happy I tried it. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and it was different. What I might do in the future is have a couple candles on the board underneath it, a little bit further away, just to take away the little fibers and see if it smooths it out more, see if it browns it a little bit while making it go super slow by turning it by hand, and we'll see how that goes. But holding it this close, it did keep a lot of the fibers away. Again, the scrap wood, it was very fibery, sticking out even with the sanding. So it did take some of that away, which was interesting. So I'm keeping that as a note in the future. For holding it this close to a project in the future, I'm not so sure I'll do that again. But I might have several tea light candles underneath a project, a little bit further away, have the heat, and maybe a little bit of browning on it. So I might do that in the future. But it's something different. I like trying different things, see how it works. And if it doesn't work, I tried it. So I'm happy with trying it, exploring it. And we're going to cut it up, get the top and bottom off, and sand it. Go to put the hook in there and brown the tip of the bottom and the top. We'd like to note that this step is a lot easier said than done. It takes a lot of practice, especially doing it one-handed while holding the camera. On this belt sander, I do have aggressive grit on it, so it's an aggressive belt, and getting the proper angles for each ornament, it does take a bit of practice. So I can go drill out in the center, so I can go put my hook in there for hanging it on a tree. So we're done there. Go ahead and put our metal piece in after we sand both the top and bottom, get those extra little fibers off from the belt sander. And then we'll go ahead and put the candle back on, burn the top a little bit, burn the bottom, just so it blends in, it's not standing out like a sore thumb. Just finished doing the top and bottom, getting a little bit extra browning on there. Wasn't the happiest. I was hoping it would turn out a little bit better, but I did learn that if I keep a little bit further away on some different ornaments, it might turn out better, just to give it a little browning and have it there longer without having it so close. So I was happy I tried it. Thank you all for joining me. We'll be having more content coming out soon, and I look forward to seeing y'all in the videos.